Okay, let's just jump right in. What if aging isn't what we think it is? What if it's not a one-way street? Imagine if a scientist, one they called the Ukrainian magician, actually mapped out a 5-step plan, not just for incredible health, but for a life that could stretch on for centuries. So, what on earth is this 5-step plan for a 200-year life? Let's break it down. I mean, we all just kind of accept it, right? Wrinkles, aches, disease, it all seems like part of the deal. But what if that's just a massive assumption we've all been making? What if our bodies have these hidden reserves, these incredible powers, and we just don't know how to unlock them? I mean, listen to this. This is the staggering claim from academician Boris Bolotov himself. And he's not talking about a metaphor or some spiritual idea. He believed this was a literal, biological reality that was totally achievable. This one quote really sets the stage for some of the most radical ideas you'll probably ever hear. So Boris Vasilyevich, he was a physicist, a chemist, and a biologist, and his work was, to put it mildly, revolutionary. He was absolutely convinced that the human body, if you just maintained it properly, could easily run in perfect health for over 200 years. And the key, he said, was a system he spent a lifetime developing. He called this whole system the quintessence. Pretty epic name, right? It comes from the Latin word for 5. And it's basically a framework built on 5 core principles. Each one is designed to systematically cleanse, defend, and literally rebuild the human body, right from the cellular level. And here they are. These are the 5 pillars of his entire philosophy. First up, you gotta increase the number of young cells. Second, you turn all the harmful gunk in your body into manageable salts. Third, you get those salts out. Fourth, you make your body a place where disease just can't survive. And fifth, you actively go in and rebuild damaged organs. See how each one builds on the last? Let's start at the very beginning with the foundation of the whole thing, cleaning house. So the foundation of this entire system, it's all about a deep internal cleanse. Steps 1 and 2, they're designed to work together like a 1-2 punch. And it's not just about getting rid of toxins, it's about actively regenerating the very building blocks of your body. Okay, so here's the first big idea, and it's a wild one. Bolotov believed that we have to actively help our bodies get rid of old, worn out, and even cancerous cells. How? By getting the stomach to produce more of its super powerful digestive enzyme, pepsin. His theory was that this pepsin could get into your bloodstream and acts like a little Pac-Man, gobbling up only the old, damaged cells, while leaving the young, healthy ones completely alone. And how do you do this? Get this, it's shockingly simple. No expensive treatments, no crazy machines, just salt. He said that by putting a tiny bit of salt on your tongue after you eat, it triggers a reflex that sends those cell-cleansing stomach juices flooding into your body. A super simple, if kind of weird, daily habit. All right, so step 1 is clearing out old cells. Now, you've got to deal with the junk they leave behind, what he calls slag. You can think of it as all the metabolic gunk and cellular garbage that just gums up the works over time. Bolotov's solution? Acids. He figured that if you ate the right kinds of acids, especially from fermented foods, you could literally transform this nasty gunk into stable, harmless salts the body could easily deal with. And this brings us to one of Bolotov's, let's call them secret weapons, his special ferments. Now, for him, this wasn't just about probiotics for your gut. He believed you could take specific plants, even poisonous ones, and by fermenting them with things like milk whey, you could create incredibly powerful healing compounds that worked all over the body. And this recipe for celandine kvass is the perfect example of his thinking. I mean, he takes celandine, which is a poisonous herb, right? And he ferments it in milk whey. The idea was that the powerful bacteria in the whey don't just neutralize the poison, they actually transform the herb into something that can heal the entire digestive tract and even pull heavy metals out of your system. Okay, so you've turned all that nasty waste into salts. What's next? Well, the next 2 steps are all about getting rid of those salts and turning your body into a fortress against disease. And this is where he brings in that old chemistry principle, like dissolves like. He figured since the salts you made in step 2 were alkaline, you needed to use safe alkaline substances to get them out of your body. He was big on drinking specific teas, like teas made from sunflower roots or field horsetail, which he believed would just dissolve those salts and flush them right out. Okay, now we're getting to the absolute core of his theory on disease, and this is where things get really interesting. Bolotov had this radical idea that all pathogens, we're talking everything from bacteria to cancer cells, they all behave like plant life, or flora. And just like plants, they need a specific environment to grow, and for them, that environment is an alkaline body.
Yeah, this table really lays it all out. Think of it this way. We are fauna, animal life. Our bodies are designed to be slightly acidic. But disease, all disease according to him, is flora, or plant-like. And what does plant life love? An alkaline environment. So his whole strategy was to keep your body just acidic enough that this flora simply can't get a foothold. It's a pretty elegant theory when you think about it.
All right, so this final step, this is maybe the most out there part of the whole system. This isn't about prevention anymore. This is about actively rebuilding organs that are already damaged.
So, to get your head around this, you have to understand what he called the principle of indifference. Basically, he believed that nature is, well, indifferent. Once your kidney is damaged, your body just sees that new damaged state as the new normal. It's stable. It has no reason to fix it unless you force it to.
So how do you force it? Well, his protocol is something else, but it has its own weird logic. Let's use the heart as an example. First, an hour before a sauna, you eat a piece of cooked animal heart. This puts all the specific building blocks for heart tissue into your bloodstream. Then you drink a special kvass designed for the heart. And finally, you hit the sauna. The heat makes your body focus on cooling down, which gives your internal organs, including your heart, a rest. And while your heart is resting, all those nutrients from the animal heart floating around in your blood can go to work, rebuilding your own heart tissue. So if those 5 steps are for living a super long, super healthy life, this next idea is his end game. This is the theory for actual biological immortality. We're going beyond just maintenance now. He came up with this whole theory of the leader cell. He compared the human body to a beehive. You have trillions of worker bee cells, but there's one queen bee, one leader cell that runs the whole show. And he believed that we don't age because all our cells age. We age because that one single leader cell ages, and it dictates the process for the entire organism. So, if the aging of this one cell is the problem, what's the solution? Well, in Bolotov's mind, it was simple. If completely mind-blowing, just replace it. He theorized that every 50 to 70 years, if you could introduce a new, young leader cell into the body, the entire organism would slowly regenerate based on that new cell's youthful blueprint. You'd get physically younger, but all your memories and your personality would stay intact. It was his path to living indefinitely. And that's the Bolotov system. From a simple salt trick to literally replacing the cell that controls your aging. So it leaves you with this huge question, right? Is this all just the wild imagination of a fringe scientist? Or did he stumble onto some forgotten truth about just what our bodies are truly capable of? That's the question his work leaves us with.